Hello from Split, Croatia. My name is Paul Bradbury. I'm a fat Brit from Manchester originally, who now has been living in Croatia for 18 years. I'm talking to you from a co-working space in Diocletian's Palace, which is the UNESCO World Heritage Site, which was built 1700 years ago as a retirement home for Roman Emperor Diocletian. And I'm here today to talk to you about a new concept we have for digital nomads and tourism in Croatia and beyond, looking at authentic experiences and how digital nomads can connect to some of the most incredible experiences in the country when they come. My story starts about 10 years ago in an olive grove on the island of Hvar, which was my home for 13 years. Hvar is one of the top islands in Europe. It was named for the last 3 years, 2 years in a row, as the #1 island in Europe by Condé Nast. And it's famous for its nightlife, for its beaches, for its sun, for its lavender. But also it has incredible natural products such as olive oil. It's also internationally famous. And a friend of mine who runs a luxury tour operator on the island had a group of Jewish guests from New York, and he took them to an olive grove to do some olive oil tasting and to have a lunch and just to learn a bit about the lifestyle. And in this olive grove, this Jewish guest from New York saw a lemon tree, and he looked at the lemon tree and he said, "Would it be possible if I could just pick a lemon from that tree? Would that be a problem?" And my friend said, "Go and pick 6, that's fine." And so he went and he picked a couple of lemons, and he had an incredible week. And at the end of the week he said to my friend, "This has been the best tour of my life, but the absolute highlight for me was picking that lemon from a tree, because I come from New York City. I've never seen a lemon tree before, and just the feeling of getting that lemon from the source was an incredible experience." And my friend then realized that the secret to successful tourism is authentic experiences and things that maybe we take for granted here living in Croatia that other people are prepared to pay for and to come and experience. So this was the first seed in my head about how tourism kind of worked. And then in April this year, I was very honoured and fortunate to be part of an incredible programme called the Dubrovnik Digital Nomad in Residence project. It was, I think, the first of its kind in the world, where a city worked with Saltwater Nomads, my partner in this, and Total Croatian News, my news portal. And we worked together with the community, with the city, with the tourist board, and with 10 international nomads from all around the world, different backgrounds and experiences. And they all came together. And together over a period of a month, we co-created a strategy for digital nomad tourism in Dubrovnik. The perception of Dubrovnik is that it's a beautiful, beautiful old town, and everything you see about Dubrovnik is about the old town, and it's an expensive place, and it's there for 2 or 3 days only. And the city wanted to change that image and to reflect the reality of what things are in Dubrovnik. And so we had a competition to bring 10 of these different digital nomads to come for a month for free, to stay for free. And Monday to Thursday, they had their regular jobs. And then on Friday, they had a design thinking workshop where we brought together the community, the city, the tourist board, and these nomads. And we looked at various different issues about tourism, such as the arrival process, accommodation, co-working spaces, entertainment, things like that. And we looked at all the problems through the eyes of the different stakeholders. And over a period of 4 weeks, these workshops, they came through with a strategy, how things could be better. At the weekend, they had amazing trips and authentic experiences. They went to visit the island of Korčula, where Marco Polo was born. They went to this incredible guy in the salt pans of Ston. It's the biggest salt pan in Europe. And they had an unbelievable time. And at the end of the 4 weeks, they did a presentation to the mayor and to the press and to everything else. And their first slide, they said, if you put Dubrovnik into Google Images, you get the same results, 30 results, and it's all the old town. We didn't even realise there was anything outside of the old town till we came here. But now, having been here for 4 weeks, our Dubrovnik is not the city itself, it's all the experiences, the people, and the things to do at the weekend. And after 4 weeks, we're not ready to go home. So, the real strength of this was all these different authentic experiences that they could have and had at the weekend and so on, and the community that they were building. These nomads kept in touch with each other, and they were meeting all over Europe. And then in October, the first real seed of this idea I'm about to presented itself. In October every year on the island of Brač, there is a thing called the Olive Picking World Championships. And this is a guy who's got a big olive grove, and he decided to organise this championship so that other people would pick the olives, I guess. And each team had two girls, 2 boys, and there were teams from New Zealand, from USA, from Russia, and it's a really amazing, authentic experience in the late season, and people can see how Dalmatians work in their fields and obviously get to taste the olive oil. And these nomads were saying, why don't we enter a digital nomad team as a country, if that's possible? And so they called up, and there was one of the nomads from England, one from Wales, one from Holland, one from Japan, the trainer from Australia, and they made t-shirts, they made a video. They were an absolute hit. They were on the national news in Holland, and I think Norway as well. And I thought that it was an amazing experience. And here's the little video that they made just to give you a taster of it.
Oh, hi, I'm a nomad, digital nomad.
We're in Brač for the 4th annual World Championships in olive picking, and for the first time ever, there is a digital nomad team competing. I'm Coach Tanya from Australia, and you're about to meet the team.
Hello, I'm Sam. I'm from England.
Porta Charlie Dwi Dwin Dot O Gumri.
はじめまして、菅川愛理沙と申します。
Hoi, ik ben Rob uit Nederland.
I'm an olive picking virgin, but I have picked them virtually.
We've been training very hard.
And I don't need to train. I'm a natural.
We are the extroverted digital nomads.
So this was a great experience, but I realised that if I had posted that opportunity on the Digital Nomad Split Facebook page and the Expats in Split Facebook page, we'd have probably had about 30 or 40 different people wanting to take part in that unique World Championship of olive picking. A week later, I was in Zagreb, the capital of Croatia, at the Zagreb County Tourist Board. There was a press release, a press conference, where they were having a month of open cellars on the wine roads around Zagreb. And they were combining it with things like cinema and arts and culture. And they had one event, which was the new James Bond movie, to be played in a vineyard with people covered in blankets, sitting on straw bales, eating roast chestnuts and drinking young Portugueses, the local wine there. And I thought, that was another fantastic experience. And if we had posted that experience on the Digital Nomad Croatia Facebook group, which is now over 8,000 people, the community is growing very, very quickly here in Croatia, then I'm sure I could have got 30 or 40 different people. And I mentioned it to the tourist board director, and I said, listen, would you be interested in getting all these nomads to come? And she said, would they be interested in truffle hunting? Because we can go truffle hunting outside Zagreb and have a truffle lunch and then have some wine tasting after that. And I thought, it suddenly hit me that Croatia is famous for its beaches, rightly so, and it's famous for its great islands, rightly so. But Croatia really has the most incredible, authentic experiences, different things to cater for different types of people, and we don't really market it very well at all. And now we have this new generation of remote workers that are coming, and they're looking for exactly the things that we have that we don't market, authentic experiences. And I looked at the video of the nomads olive picking, and I thought, what if we created a platform that showed all the authentic experiences and all the incredible things to do through the eyes of digital nomads who experience it themselves, and then they can portray it to other people. So while I was still thinking about the idea, I contacted a friend of mine, Nick Hathaway, who runs a really amazing sailing business called 45 Degrees Sailing. And he actually offers a digital nomad sailing week. So you can work and sail around the Adriatic with him. And he's got amazing footage, he makes some great videos and stuff. And I said, could you actually just put together a little video similar to the one for the olives and just give people a taster of what the authentic experience of sailing on the Adriatic and working would be like? And he came up with this.
So guys, we're about to head out on an amazing week out on the water with 45 Degrees Sailing as digital nomads working and playing here in Croatia. What's going on in your mind at the moment?
I think it's going to be a creative exercise in work and play. Alright, I'm Gabby.
Abby.
Pete.
Rochelle. I'm Jess.
Michael.
So I think it's just going to be the best of all worlds, and I'm really excited to dive into that.
This is what I want to be doing every day for the rest of my life.
But never felt cramped, never really bumped into anyone. You always have the space to either be with people or be alone, whatever your vibe is, and that was amazing.
Having the best work week of my life with 45 Degrees Sailing. Being as productive as I can while also making the most of the beautiful summer. How's working underway?
It's really great. I'm learning how to sail.
45 Degrees Sailing is authentic.
Absolutely enchanting.
Friends.
Unique.
Great time. 45 Degrees Sailing is amazing.
Indescribable.
Is the best out there.
High energy.
Highly recommend it.
Exciting.
And worth every penny.
So then I realised that we have all these different incredible experiences, but there is no, it's really hard to find a lot of them. Most people would never know there was an olive picking world championship, or they wouldn't know how to find a digital nomad sailing experience, for example. And so I made a list of 5 categories where I thought these experiences could go into, that could really showcase the amazing stuff that Croatia has to offer away from the beach. The first one is what I call authentic natural Croatia. So things like going to a lavender festival and picking lavender. This is something that is a very, very popular thing for people that come and they want to see the lavender fields. This is possible on the island of Hvar. We have a lavender festival every June. It's also, we have something down in Konavle, you can learn how to make silk, for example. In Međimurje, you can go gold panning. So these are all fairly unique experiences that you can have, and we probably have about 50 or 60 of these unique experiences in the natural section. The second one is traditional Croatia. Croatia is a very, very historic place. It has incredible traditions, and each village has their own festival every year. They have religious processions that are UNESCO protected, which have taken place every single year for 500 years. Every city has its own patron saint, and they celebrate that day. And these are really, really amazing manifestations to go to. So I was going to put that under traditional Croatia. And then, we have Adrenalin Croatia. We have the Adriatic. We have amazing sailing and kayaking. But also we have some really, really obscure and quite fun local traditional games that you don't see anywhere else. So there's one called Skraping, which is running on mountain rocks. It's a race that goes around one island. Another one is called Pizzigin, which takes place in the most famous beach in Split. And this is in shallow water, and these grown men sort of in their swimming trunks jump all over the place just to try and keep the ball in the air. And on New Year's Day, when it's really, really quite cold, the tradition is that they go in there and they play their game of Pizzigin. So there's plenty of sporting and adrenaline things that we can do there. Gourmet Croatia. I mean, I could do a whole podcast on the potentials of Gourmet Croatia. Anthony Bourdain came here in 2011 and for his No Reservations program, and he did his headline quote was, "This country has world-class food, world-class wine, world-class cheese." And what's amazing about Croatian food is that there is no national cuisine, it's all regional. So you go to Dalmatia and it's much more fish-based, you go to Slavonia and it's a lot more meat-based, you go to Istria and it's much more Italian-based and with the truffles as well. And everywhere you go, they have amazing festivals, food festivals. So if it grows, there is a festival in Croatia. You have a lavender festival, you have a fava bean festival where they make ice cream from fava beans. And all over the country, at different times of the year, these things are celebrated. Now, when I started talking about this Cromance platform to a guy called Mario Mandaric, who is a very celebrated chef. He was named by Forbes as one of the 30 under 30 most influential people. He worked in a 3-star Michelin restaurant in the UK, the Fat Duck. And he said, "Paul, I love this concept, and if you like, I would like to contribute my authentic experience, which is once a month, for 12 guests only, I will use just Croatian ingredients, and we will have a different Michelin star chef every month that will come to Zagreb and will cook this thing, and this will be a Cromance experience." So there we go, lifting Zagreb as a gourmet destination just with that one thing. But we haven't the wine experiences in Croatia. Croatia is the home of Zinfandel. This is where Zinfandel comes from, and we have 130 different wine varieties that are indigenous to Croatia. And many of the international wine people find Croatia to be one of the most exciting regions in the world because of this uniqueness of the grape varieties. And then the fifth pillar is what I call innovation Croatia. Obviously, a lot of nomads are into tech and startups, and the scene here in Croatia is extremely vibrant and extremely exciting. And a lot of people are just coming to the market now, but we have some global superstars already. You've probably heard about Mate Rimac and Rimac Bugatti. And so one of the experiences will be to go to Rimac and to experience that. We have Infobip, which is the first Croatian unicorn. So a tour going inside the unicorn in Croatia. So these are the 5 pillars, and if you put those together, the natural, the traditional, the sport, the gourmet, and the innovation, and we put it into a calendar, then it's absolutely a world-class offer that's going 12 months a year all around the country. So how do I actually sort of move this forward? So my concept was that I thought, let's make a calendar and let's make 52 experiences throughout the year, festivals and different things, and let's see if we could if we had some content. I actually had about 350 things to put in, so there's actually something every day of the year. But I started with those 52, and I thought my way of doing it would be to create a video format, and then I would contact the local authority or the local partner. For example, the Lavender Festival, I would contact Sunčani Hvar Hotels and the Hvar Tourist Board, and I would say, I'm going to send you 4 digital nomads, and you're going to look after them, and they're going to record this whole experience according to our format. They would then send that raw footage up to us, and we would turn it into a Chromads experience video, and we would get paid for that by the local authority. And then in 2023, when the Lavender Festival is coming, through our calendar, all these nomads who are looking for different experiences would be able to see, wow, we can go to a Lavender Festival, what's it like? This is what it's like through the eyes of a digital nomad who did it previously. So I have my first plan for this was a small festival, which is a little bit strange maybe. Not many people know about it yet. It's now in its 10th year, and it's also on the island of Hua, where I lived, and it was a squid fishing championship. And this fish restaurateur, Gariful, started this 10 years ago, thinking he wanted to try and extend the season. Now, what you need to understand about Croatian tourism in the winter is there's nothing happening. There's all the restaurants closed down, a lot of the hotels closed down, and there's really very little life. And life on a Dalmatian island in winter can be really, really quiet because everything's closed and there's not much going on. And so he wanted to change that. So he started this little manifestation in 2011. I wrote about it with my portal. There were 7 teams squid fishing, and 40 people came to his restaurant. This year, to 10 years, there were 72 teams. And they came from all over Croatia. They came from Poland, from Germany, from Italy, from Bosnia, from Slovenia. And there were about 1,500 people came in total. And I said to him, I can make this much bigger for you for next year. I'm going to send you 3 digital nomads from New Zealand. And this is Nick from 45 Degrees Sailing. And they will come and have the experience, and then they'll produce a Chromads video. So this is what they came up with.
Hi guys, I'm Mahina. And I'm Anna. And we are here in Hvar at an event run by Gariful Restaurant called Pesca Fondo. It's squid fishing and big game fishing event. There's lots of food on, lots of wine, lots of music. We're about to get on a boat to go squid fishing, so wish us luck.
Saturday night, ready to party. It's pouring down with rain. Absolutely amazing week.
Food was great. The music was awesome. This is fun. I totally didn't expect this, and it's awesome.
It's just a great vibe all around.
Huge thank you, Restaurant Gariful, everybody else who was involved. This was an amazing experience. We'll be back.
And so I've shown that clip to a lot of my Croatian friends, and they couldn't believe it, that there is something like this happening, because people think there is no life going on in Dalmatia. And actually, digital nomads are coming more and more and more to spend the winters on the Dalmatian coast, because it's very peaceful, very beautiful. It's a reasonably mild climate, but they do complain that there isn't that much to do. And it just takes a little bit of presenting things in the right way to show how really we do have a lot to offer. So the week after that, there was another event which happens every Friday in Split called Nomad Table, where this restaurant is combined with a co-working space, Saltwater Nomads in Zinfandel, to offer an evening of entertainment and food and a set menu. And we thought if we could capture that and then again put that on the platform, people would see that this is a living city and people can come. So here's
I'm Mahina, and I am here at Zinfandel Restaurant at the weekly meetup organised by Saltwater. This is Nomad Table.
my name's Allie. This is my second time coming to the Nomad table. My partner and I came because honestly it just seems like a great way to meet people who are visiting Croatia or living here, and something great to do on a nice Friday night.
Hi, I'm Tanya from Saltwater, the host of Nomad Table. Come here if you're new in town or a local looking to meet some digital nomads and have a great time. So every night at Nomad Table we also play a game or an icebreaker, and tonight it's musical bingo.
Not only is Croatia being recognized as one of the best locations to go to as a digital nomad, but we're actually creating a stronger and stronger community here, and that's something that you can see right now in Zinfandel. We're gathering here all together from different nationalities, exchanging contacts, and it really feels good to be here.
Let me first welcome all digital nomads to Split, and as a mayor of Split I will be very happy that Split becomes the leading city in the whole region for the digital nomads and maybe even in Europe. So welcome to Split, and I will be happy to meet you in some of the events that we organize here, and I hope that you will come more and more.
Hi, my name is Anna. This is my first time at Nomad Table, and I came here because I met Tanya. She invited me, and I wanted to meet cool people in Split.
Wow, what a great night. Huge thanks to Zinfandel who put on a set menu for 180 kuna. It was really, really good, so thank you guys. Huge thanks to Saltwater as well, because the special guests were actually the mayor and his wife and Jan de Jong. So it was great to meet everybody and network with some people, and can't wait to see you guys at the next one.
So then I realised that if we could get the right video format and the right partners to do this, we could present Croatia in a totally different and new way, in a way that could really start to move the story of sustainable tourism and really spreading tourism around into different communities where these experiences were at. And Eastern Croatia is a real black hole, even for most Croatians. That this was where, during the Homeland War in 1991 to 1995, which bore the brunt of everything, and there's been, the stereotype is that there's been mass emigration, no investment, and there's really nothing there that's worth seeing or spending time there. And my personal experience, because I've been there a few times, is that it's a very, very different situation. So I invited Steve Cenzarensky, who is an American digital nomad on the Croatian digital nomad permit, who was also a panelist on Digital Nomad Week a couple of days ago. I asked him how much he knew about Eastern Croatia, and he said not that much at all, apart from there was a war, and that's it. And I said, I'm going to invite you on a 6-day tour that will blow your mind. You're going to bring your camera and your drone, and together we are going to blow the minds of everybody, and we are going to create some of the most incredible experiences that even most Croatians don't know about. So he said he was in, so I contacted the regional tourist boards and they put together a program for us and stuff. I just want to quickly go through some of these just to give you an idea of how, because when Steve's videos come out, they will really bring all this to life. But this was just a sampling of the authentic experiences that we experienced in those magical 6 days. So here I am in a winery, which is not the first time in my life. This is the easternmost point of Croatia. It's surrounded on all three sides by Serbia, and the 3 bottles I'm holding in my hand are the same wine, Traminac. One bottle was served at the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in 1953, the 1947 Traminac, and the 2 other wines were served at the weddings of Prince Harry and Prince William. And so this is a really original and incredible winery in the east that we went to. That was our first stop, and that was just an awesome experience. Then we went to one of the most innovative and interesting museums I've ever been to in my life. You can see it there in the middle of this photo, like built into the forest. This is the location and the site of the birthplace of Indo-European culture. 5,000 years ago, the Vucedol community was one of the most advanced in Europe, and this museum has won many international awards for its quality. But what's interesting is all this around is the original site, and they're still doing archaeology digs, and they're finding more and more stuff, and they're learning much more about the Indo-European culture. Very few people in Croatia even know that this place exists, and almost no tourists know about it. But now we're going to be creating this experience video based on the stuff that we did there, and this will now be something that goes onto the platform. This is the most iconic building probably in Croatia. It's called the Vukovar Water Tower. So in the 1991 war, there was a very brutal siege of the city of Vukovar in eastern Croatia by the Serbs, and it was the most shelled city since the Second World War, and they tried to defend themselves, and after I think it was 87 days, they were completely overrun. And this is the water tower, which was shelled, but two guys were hanging the Croatian flags from the top just to show the resistance, and it's become a real symbol. But on November the 18th every year, there is the anniversary parade where tens of thousands of Croatians come back to Vukovar to walk to the cemetery to remember. And it's an incredibly emotive day, and all these different cities, and they have their traditional dress and their soldiers and stuff, and they all dress up like this. And you can see Steve actually videoing, and there's me on the right as the procession went through. And this year we had 50,000 people marching, and it was just a really, really, really intense day. But I wouldn't say it was the most fun day of my life, but it was something definitely that helped me understand Croatia much more. And we've now produced a Chromance video experience of that. One of the most interesting parts of this whole trip was in a field in the middle of nowhere in the east of Croatia. There was an English guy who, on the left here, Steve, who fought as a volunteer in 1991, became a war invalid, is wounded, stayed, married and has children, and then he built this authentic English pub in the middle of nowhere. And on the 18th of November, after this parade every year, you have this all the foreign veterans who were fighting in 1991, the French and the Swedish. They all come back to this pub to remember and to get together and to have the camaraderie. And there's Steve chatting away in the bar in this English pub in a field in the middle of nowhere with all these foreign veterans. He said it was the most far-out bar experience of his life. We then, again, a lot of Croatians don't even know this, but this is a place called Vinkovci with its English London telephone box. It's the oldest continuously inhabited city in Europe, 8,300 years it goes back. And the photo on the right, this is the place where they discovered the oldest calendar in Europe from the Vucedol Indo-European culture. And on the main street, all these symbols, it's a great shot by Steve, all the symbols of the calendar are all built in there. Next, we went into the forest to this bio-ecological thing, which is fantastic for yoga, for retreats and so on. Then we went back to the vineyards, and then we went up to Baranja, into the eco farm to meet the llamas and to try the different food. And then we went to one of the tallest cathedral in Croatia. And then at the end of it, our friends took us into this little family farm, and what they wanted us to do was to just try their local craft gin, and it was sensational stuff. And this is the kind of experience that really people remember from travel, and these are things that are very, very hard to find. But with this platform, we're all going to put all these things into one place. So if you can imagine that you're sitting in, I don't know, California, and saying, I want to go somewhere next year, I've heard Croatia's great, what is there to do in Croatia? And you know about that Croatia's great for its lifestyle, you know Croatia's great for its food and wine, for its nature, that it's affordable, that it's accessible, that it has some of the best medical tourism industry in the world in terms of dental and cosmetic surgery and so on, so those things you can do as well. But you know, when there's this platform that says these are all the experiences you can have, wow, I can go lavender picking in June, I can do this, and I can see what the experiences are like. It's much more attractive than to actually look at Croatia and to start booking some of these experiences. This is our digital nomad ambassador for Zagreb for November, Rax Aswen from Singapore, and we took him out on a trip. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen, I think. It's an air base which can house 80 MiG fighters built into a mountain between Bosnia and Croatia by Tito 50 years ago. It was fully functioning just 30 years ago, and then when the Serbs abandoned it, they blew up most of it. But it's got 4 different entrances, it's got 5 runways, it's just an incredible place. So we went there and we filmed that as an experience that we could do. And when I showed the pictures to my chef friend Mario Mandaric, he said we could start doing Michelin dinners in obscure locations like this to have a really, really heightened experience. So after the trip, Steve was blown away, and he agreed to make a promotional video for us for the Chromads thing, which I'm playing now for the first time ever, in a second or so. And he will be making all these other promotional videos from our trip. But this is basically the first promotional video from Chromads, which I'll play now to give. So this gives them just a little taster of authentic Croatia all over the country. Now, I've been very, very active with the digital nomad community here in Croatia in the last 12 months. I'm one of the co-organisers of Zagreb Digital Nomad Week and Zagreb Digital Nomad Ambassador Project, as well as the Dubrovnik in Residence Programme, both of which have already won 4 international awards for them. The community here is growing, and in Zagreb particularly, people are coming and they are really blown away about what they're finding. Dean Kuchel, who is also a speaker at your event from Israel, he said the only thing missing about Zagreb is more digital nomads. It has everything, and it's like a little hidden gem off the radar. I'm now speaking to more and more people that are connecting with us, and they're getting this vibe about Croatia, about this authenticity, and about this lifestyle, and about as a really interesting place to check out. And in March next year, we'll be bringing the first group through the Chromads platform of, I'm hoping about at least 200 digital nomads in one group coming through the Chromads platform to have these experiences. And so this is a way, and when they come, they're going to be blown away, and then they're going to talk to their communities, and I think this is how we grow. I'm also very, very keen to connect communities with these nomads coming, because we have a real problem, I think, in Croatia, that our mindset is very, very fixed on things that happened in the past about immigration, and it's a really big opportunity for Croatia, the nation, to embrace this digital nomad movement, to get more of these people into every single corner of Croatia and to share what they're doing, to share their knowledge. And with the Chromads platform, we're going to make all those experiences accessible, and we have a good reach into the digital nomad community. And I think we're going to be able to start to significantly bring a good number of people into Croatia, and this will start to build the ecosystem as well, I think. And already we're finding from people in Croatia that have seen the platform or know about the platform that they also have authentic experiences that they want to bring in. And so I've got my list of 350 things, but I'm sure there's another 350 things that we can also add to this, which will make it up to about 700 or so. And so as this grows, Croatia, I'm hoping, will be known. It's already known among digital nomad people as one of the great lifestyle places to come. But I want to make Croatia the authentic experiences capital of Croatia as well. And so people can come here and they can have the lifestyle, but they can also have mind-blowing experiences that they can't have anywhere else. And they can pick and choose because we're going to have such a range of things on this platform. To all of you who are considering Croatia, whatever it is that you're looking for, I think we have it here. It's a very, very, very diverse country. And that's basically what my message is. The website, if you go to chromads.com, you'll see the promo video there. I was hoping to have the website finished for today. We've still got a couple of minor technical things to do, so it's going to go live in the next 3 or 4 days or so. But I would encourage you to check it out then. If you want to connect or know more information about Croatia, being a digital nomad in Croatia, the movement is things are really, really moving. We can see it in Zagreb. More and more people are coming. In the recent Nomad List survey of 2021, Zagreb was named as the 5th most liked city in the world. And I think people are coming and they're really, really enjoying it. And if we can develop that community and we can develop these authentic experiences, I think we can offer a really amazing experience for all of you who want to come and visit Croatia. So that's more or less what I wanted to say. I think I've got another 7 minutes to talk. But if anybody's got any questions, then please say so. My contact details are here. I'm fairly active on LinkedIn, and I'm looking to connect with people. And if you are looking to have a different kind of experience, then please come and get in touch, and I can show you what Croatia can offer you.